Good doggy. Who are you? Can't you people leave me alone? My face is still swollen from the last time.
Hold on. Are you Pavel?
That depends. Who's asking?
Henry, you don't have to be afraid of me.
I'm Pavel. And you really weren't sent by Pivetz?
I don't know any Pivetz. The innkeeper in Miskovitz told me about you. He said someone gave you a right battering. Was that this Pivetz?
He didn't do it himself. It was his father's men. He wouldn't get his hands dirty when he's got a rich pa, would he? His father's men. Pivetz is the son of the richest farmer in the village.
So what's between the two of you? Why would he send me to you? Or anyone?
Well, he threatened he'd have me whipped if I...
If you what?
If I didn't stay away from Ursula.
And who's this Ursula?
The sweetest girl in the village. And she's really pretty.
And you like Ursula?
Who wouldn't? Only... I don't know.
You don't know what?
It's all the same to you anyway. I'm very fond of her. You'll find no lass with such a big heart for miles around.
And does she feel the same way about you?
Aye. I think so.
Why would you do what Pivetz tells you?
I've got no choice. He's right. I'm just a hired hand. While he's the son of the richest farmer in the village.
Are you so afraid of Pivetz you would let him have Ursula?
What can I do against him? I'm just an outsider and a pauper. If he wanted, he could have me thrown out of the village.
Ah, what does that matter?
Tivoli, where did you come from? Her parents would never give us their blessing. And even if they would, they've already promised her to Pivetz, just 'cause he's rich. The only way it could change is if people started to see Pivetz differently.
How do you mean?
Like if he killed someone, or robbed people in the village. What do I know?
If it turned out he was a thief?
Probably. And the main thing is, Ursula would turn against him. She's as honest as a saint. But why would he steal? He has everything he needs.
He wouldn't. Not him.
Are you saying I do it and let him take the blame? But that's a sin.
True. But all you have to do is repent, and God will forgive you.
I suppose that's true. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. Nothing will happen to Pivetz if he's from a rich family. But he'll lose Ursula. And it'll give me time to earn enough for her dad to let me marry her. But I live here. If I get caught, they'll make me an outcast and I have nowhere else to go. Someone else will have to do the stealing.
I'll gladly do it.
You will?
Sure. Only I don't know what's worth stealing around here.
I can help you with that. For the whole village to turn against Pivetz, every family would have to be robbed.
And who's living here?
Father Anthony, the parish priest, Ursula's family, the Vejmola brothers where I work, old Bohushka, and of course, Pivetz's family.
What should I steal from the priest?
Father Anthony? Maybe this manuscript he's been writing for ages.
Where is your priest rectory?
The rectory is the cottage by the church.
What's the book?
I don't know. I can't read. But I heard it's something about potions and...
Alchemy?
That's it!
What should I steal from Ursula?
I suppose, her ma's rosary. It looks valuable.
And where does Ursula live?
Ursula lives in the first cottage across the green from the church.
If I'm going to take Ursula's ma's rosary, tell me, does she carry it with her?
She does, during the day.
What can I take from the Vejmolas?
I can tell you exactly what. I work for them. Besides, I can even give you the key to their house, so you have it easier. Well, the younger brother is the local cobbler, and he's just made a fine pair of shoes for the Suckdoll blacksmith.
Thanks. What about the older brother?
I don't know. He had this really valuable St. Francis medal.
Had?
Aye. He lost it a while ago. It'd have to be found first.
So someone else stole it?
It's possible, but he might have just lost it. Although, young Vejmola claims a magpie stole it.
A magpie? Well, I've found all sorts of things in magpies' nests, that's true.
None of us believe him, but it's not in the house for sure. We searched it from top to bottom.
All right. I'll have a look around for nests. And you wouldn't know where the magpie nests are, would you?
I don't know. Try the biggest trees. Young Vejmola even showed me what a magpie sounds like, but I can't make the sound.
Where's the Vejmola's cottage?
You know the biggest building on the green? That belongs to Pivetz. And the Vejmola's cottage is right next door. You'll know it by the big birch tree growing right next to it.
And can you tell me where I'll find the shoes?
In the parlour, just behind the door.
What can I steal from old Bohushka?
Her silver ring. But watch out, she's a bit of a crackpot.
How will I recognise her cottage?
It's the one furthest from the green. She's got a stove in her yard and a long orchard out back.
A crackpot?
Aye, she bakes pies all day, then forgets she did it and bakes more.
And when I've got all the loot, where at Pivetz am I to hide it?
You haven't got anything yet. Be glad if you don't get caught. Here's the key, and when you've got everything, come back to me.
Sure. Just you wait and see.
And most importantly, I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Don't worry. I'm not some cutthroat.
Farewell, sir. Excuse me.
What do you want?
Why don't you leave Pavel alone?
That's none of your business. Who are you, anyway? I've never seen you before.
I'm a friend of Pavel's.
Then you can tell him from me he should be glad the Vejmolas don't send him here anymore, because I'd set the dogs on him.
I'm not going to tell him anything. And you're going to leave him alone.
Yeah? Did you see how he looked? You'd better hope you don't get the same beating he did.
If you send anyone else after him, I'll deal with them first. And then I'll come for you. And believe me, some village ruffians won't stop me. Do you understand?
Fine. That loser's not worth it anyway. But remember this, Pavel will never get Ursula.
So it really was that magpie that took it. Nowadays, you can't even trust God's creatures.
Good to see you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Do you want some poppy seed pie? Oh, the poppy seeds.
Ow! Here it is. The shiny little bugger. That daft old crone really did bake it into a pie.
Who's that creeping around? What? I must be mad. To hell with it.
You don't have to worry about Pivetz anymore.
What do you mean?
I gave him a good talking to. So now he'll think twice before sending someone after you again.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
And if he does, I'll deal with him.
I hope you're right. But thanks, Henry. It's been a long time since anyone stood up for me.
I've got everything.
You do? God's nails, you really did it.
Why wouldn't I?
I wasn't so convinced you'd succeed.
What to do now? Do you want me to plant it on him?
No. That is... leave it to me. Just give me the loot and I'll plant it on him myself.
All right. Here, you have it.
Thanks. I really appreciate this.
That's nothing. When will you set him up?
In a few days, when everyone notices their stuff has gone missing. Don't worry. I'll pay you back. I don't have anything to give you, but I can teach you something. It's hard work being a hired hand. It teaches you to save your strength as much as possible.
Well, that always comes in handy.
You shouldn't be walking around without a light.